Here's why you should not translate on Fiverr, coming up. Hello and welcome back to the Freelance Verse. Thanks for coming back to the channel. It is a Sunday morning, bright and early, so I might still look a bit sleepy. That is because I am. Today I want to talk to you about Fiverr. If you follow my channel, you know about Fiverr. Fiverr, when I worked for 1 week on the platform, is one of my most viewed videos, right? Today I want to take a bit of a different approach because I think this video that I made, you can watch it here by the way, is kind of promoting the platform, right? I was rather positive about it. I told you about the pitfalls, but I made money in my first week, right? So it kind of, when you watch this video, you think, yeah, why should I not work as a freelancer on there, specifically as a translator? Today, I want to tell you why Fiverr is a waste of time. I kind of shifted my mentality towards the platform over the past years, and I really don't think you should waste your time on there. This video is unscripted, so I'm just gonna share my ideas that I have on the platform, because the platform has a very low barrier of entry, right? So if you are at home thinking, yeah, I want to become a translator, a freelance translator, you think to yourself pretty quickly, I should start on Fiverr. But I think there is so much other things to do before going on Fiverr and instead of going on Fiverr, and I want to tell you why it is a waste of time. But first, let's look at the company a little bit. Fiverr is a gig website that was founded in 2010 in Tel Aviv. The concept was simple. For $5, you can get any kind of service. The gig economy, which means like you do something for a client for one time as a gig and then you move on, became very popular around that time, a bit later, so they were kind of ahead of their game. It was a good idea at first, but already then they started with the slogan, something for nothing, which is already kind of telling what the intention behind the website is, in my opinion, right? Something for nothing already implies underpayment. It already implies kind of modern day slavery. So I would already, when I heard the slogan, I was kind of wary about it. And that is exactly what it evolved into. It's not necessarily a bad platform per se, but the way we use it is very pointless. And the way it's being used by wealthy clients is very pointless. Because that's the kind of the discrepancy you will always find on there. The clients, the buyers are generally wealthy and the sellers are generally poor, and it creates a large discrepancy. It creates a race to the bottom as well, because you compete with everyone around the world, with the people from the lowest income countries to the highest income countries. Everyone can go on there and offer the same service, right? So of course it's a race to the bottom, because other people need less than you, right? So you have to kind of go down on their level, which can be very harmful for the industry. And especially when people then see what prices are charged on Fiverr for translation, they might think, oh, this is actually the translation market, so I just adapt my prices to that. But Fiverr has nothing to do with the translation market, right? This is not high quality stuff on there. There are a few, I want to preface that, there are a few very good translators who make a very good living on Fiverr. But people like you and me who watch these very successful 1% or not even 0.5%, then think, oh, I will be the same, right? I just work hard and I will be the same. But it's so unlikely that you get there. And if you do, it takes many years of probably going through the same underpayment until you actually reach that potential. And I just think there is other ways to get there much quicker in a more lucrative way and in a more fair way that doesn't destroy the market per se. The quality and the value for quality is almost non-existent on these sites, right? The buyers that go on there, they already come in with the intention of like, oh, I'm just going on Fiverr to get a very cheap translation because I don't really need good quality, right? If you need good quality, you don't really go on Fiverr to look for a seller. At least not in translation, maybe in other businesses, because I have used Fiverr as well as a buyer in other things, like my YouTube intro, for example, for the Freelance Verse is from Fiverr. But it's very good quality and I paid a lot. I didn't pay just $5, right? So there are high quality services on there. But in the scene of translation, it's almost impossible to charge that. Exactly for that reason. The buyers that come on there, they don't value quality. Plus, you do not have any ownership of the project, right? There is no collaboration. It's really a gig economy. So you will not create a relationship with a client and build a long-term business. So you will always search this one job on this one gig here and one gig there, and you have a very fragmented client base and cannot build sustainable income, right? Because on Fiverr you will most likely not find a company or an agency that gives you regular work. It's really a gig economy. Over the years, Fiverr grew into a huge billion-dollar company. They are now traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And now it became kind of ironic because they're really pushing the race to the bottom. So you have this billion-dollar company that is kind of exploiting the people that it first promised to serve, right? The little guy, the freelancers. So the whole metaphor of this big behemoth in the industry and being successful, making a lot of money, taking commission from the little guy on the platform, making almost not even a living, right? I don't like this whole idea of the whole thing. Another aspect that really rubs me the wrong way is that not only are the clients very pretentious and the platform very demanding, but you also have to do tests after test after test, verifications. I mean, I get it, you have to be verified to be on the platform, but if you go through so many steps to actually get verified, and it's not easy. If you watched my Fiverr video, it takes a long time to sign up. For then making, I made like €3 in a week, right? But the whole process of signing up was extremely long, and the verification and the tests and all this combined with the lack of oversight, with the lack of market regulation on there, is creating this cesspool of very, very bad looks for the translation industry. And if you then ask someone that is successful with Fiverr, or someone from the Fiverr community, they will tell you, oh, in the beginning you need to actually work as a Fiverr person and offer things for just $5. Even if you're underpaid in the beginning, you need to get those good reviews in to then build a good portfolio and receive jobs afterwards. But I don't like that at all, because you are ruining the market as a whole for everyone else, right? So I would much rather build a portfolio with volunteer translations for actually volunteering charities that can use this, rather than giving someone your work for free that then makes a lot of profit with your work, right? If you give someone a large translation for $5 and they go on and make a lot of money with the marketing that they make through the texts, that's very unfair, and that is honestly just free work, right? And I don't support free work at all unless it's for charity. And another very important point that I've never experienced myself, but I read a lot of reviews online: Fiverr does not care if something goes wrong, right? It's like the perfect platform to abuse, to even blackmail the sellers. It's unbelievable. And then when the seller complains, there is no help from Fiverr. When a buyer complains, it's immediately in favor of the buyer, because that's how the platform makes money. That's how they get the commission, right? So don't expect any help from Fiverr if you're a small seller. It will not happen. So in short, I do not recommend working on Fiverr, even though I made a big video promoting it, but I changed my mind in that regard. I would not recommend it. They do take like up to 20%, if not more, of commission. So you give someone commission for literally nothing, right? They're not on your side. So there are so many better options than Fiverr in that regard. 20% is insane as a commission. It's an unnecessary middleman that you don't really need. You can build your portfolio up on volunteer translation and then reach out directly to agencies and directly to direct clients, which is much, much better. There are many platforms on that. I have many videos on my channel where I share my tips on how to find clients, how to reach out to them. So I would much rather go down this road. I think, was it last week's video? Probably, I'm not sure when this goes out. I shared 10 tips on what to do when you have downtime or when you're just a beginner. Go through this list of these 10 steps and work on that. That's so much more valuable down the line for you. Competing with 1,000 plus, if not millions of translators, generalist translators on there, because most of them will not be specialized, is not going to get you a sustainable business. And think of that. You're not a gig platform warrior, right? You want to build a sustainable business, and that's not going to happen on Fiverr. So you need to get off this gig website mentality and actually focus on creating a company. And why would you want Fiverr to be in the middle of you and the company, right? You want to have your own ownership over projects, create relationships with clients, and that's why I think Don't go down the route of Fiverr. Focus on people and clients that appreciate value, that appreciate you, and you will have much more success down the line. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to tune in next Monday for a book review, I think. So stay tuned for that. Bye-bye.